I have 100 days to beat Aberration and Extinction. But of course, that's not hard enough. So, on top of beating this monumental goal, I have to beat both maps on Alpha difficulty, alongside obtaining Aberration's 3 artifacts by day 25, beating Rockwell by day 50, beating my first Titan by day 75, and destroying the King Titan and saving Earth by day 100. Is this challenge even possible? Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's begin where we left off last. Awaking in a strange new arc on day 1, I must have had some serious physical trauma as I couldn't remember anything. But after grabbing some notes, I started to work on some basic clothes, tools, and weapons. I hunted some dodos, grabbed more notes, grabbed some gems, and crafted a mortar and pestle. After grabbing one final note, I jumped off the cliff, only to find a problem. Sugar plums, that's not good. I chopped some trees, got some foundations and new clothes, and killed some Meganira. I then crafted a forge, got some metal, then placed all my structures down and got smelting. After crafting a smithy and fresh tools, I found a Spino corpse, but got ambushed by a raptor. Oh, shoot! Okay, we're fine there. We're not gonna be getting the corpse though. Come on. Thank you. I made a water jar, crossbow, and sickle. Then worked on some tranks. After helping kill a Sarco, I ran when I saw the Stego getting attacked by Ravagers. Uh-oh, nope, time to move. Day 2 began with more gem collection, then crafting spyglass and crafting some more armor. After killing more Meganira and a scorpion, I tranked down a Iguanodon, but it swiftly got killed by a raptor. No! Gosh darn it. So, after heading back to base and crafting some chitin armor, I found a new Iguanodon and tranked it out. I then started working on a stone trap, before finding a 140 Bulldog. 140, alright. I tamed it up and named it Bulbasaur. The Iguanodon tamed, then I set up my trap and lured the 145 Ravager in. Wait, where'd you go? Bruh, what? You were just on me. Where'd you go? Ah, there it is! And tranked it out. What? I have... One. There we go. While grabbing some berries, I ran into a problem. Uh-oh. I didn't plan this out very well. Sugar plums. Okay, there we go. Alright, I think we're fine. I then found some raptors at base. What are you doing here? Uh-oh. I spammed it. After killing them, I grabbed a note and crafted narcotics. Before killing an Ovis and cooking its meat up. I then learned and crafted some flak armor, before feeding the Ravager as day 3 hit. Cool. Awesome. That's actually not too bad overall. I headed back to base, saddling my new Ravager, then heading out toward the edge. I fed some moss chops, then found a 120 Ravager. No, that was not a female guy. It's not an outstanding level. I built the trap, lured it in. Passive, right to do that. And knocked it out. Yep. I then tamed up the moss chops, but trapped and trained another Ravager. I don't think that actually bullet. Then grabbed my 120 male. I killed the Karkanos. Grabbed the 140 female, then headed home. I got my Ravager pair breeding and claimed my first baby, who I named Hauler. I got my first imprint on day 4. Then I ziplined over to a drop and crafted some cryopods. After grabbing the moss chops, I headed home and saddled Hauler, then grabbed some roll rat gems and some metal. Then, after placing a gas collector, and made up a billboard trap. Day 5 began by grabbing a long neck and tranks, then naming my freshly matured Ravagers, before heading out to the bioluminescent zone, finding this on the edge. 140! After setting up a trap and luring it in, I knocked it out. I then headed deep into the biolume zone for more high levels. And after a fair few low levels, I finally found my target. 90 is not what we need, but a 145 is! I built the trap, lured it in, and knocked it out by day 11. Then, while wandering, I found an unlikely necessity for later. Oh my gosh, it's an alpha! What are the odds? I then found another high-level female for me right now. Female 140. Alright. So once again, I set up the trap. I finally got her out on day 6. And after feeding and taming the 3 of them, I headed home. After popping 2 of them out, I got them breeding, then headed out on the 3rd megalith for a bit of meat grinding, and then finished the day with some breeding. 232, dang. I headed out for Crystal on day 7, then setting up a platform for a fabricator. After looking at the cost for hazard gear, I went out and farmed resources into day 8. I found a 125 Dodic, so I decided to tame it. I then worked on a greenhouse, before heading out with the Megalo again for meat and hide. I then headed out for the bioluminescent zone, finding a dung beetle, which I quickly tamed. Before heading out and grabbing some blue gems. I got some perfect stat megalos on day 9, as well as my first melee mutation. I then headed out, killing some Karkanos for polymer, then grabbing the Dodic. I crafted up a cannon, but while pulling for cannonballs, I realized I was missing obsidian. So I headed out on a hunt, but accidentally fell off a cliff. Sure blooms in a half. After ziplining my way out, I found some obsidian, then arrived at home on day 10. I decided to cut my hair, then grabbed the cannonballs, heading out in search for a high-level Karkanos. There we go. After spotting 150, I set up a trap, then lured it back. Before angering a Spino. Interesting. Yep, hide. After killing the Spino, I knocked out the Karkanos. Okay, a little bloody. Then sat around till day 11. Knowing it was going to be a long day, I started by farming some crystal, then crafting up some hazmat armor, grabbed my megalos, then headed off for the edge. I took a leap of faith and glided all the way down to the rock drake trench. When have I been logical? You should be fine. I threw out my megalo and began the long walk. I reached the end of the cavern, so I scaled the wall and found a 180 egg. Oh, let's go! Surprisingly, only one Drake came to defend the baby, so I checked the other egg, which was a 165, then headed out. And boy, was it a long run back to base. So. After reaching the bioluminescent zone, I threw out another Megalo and killed the Alpha Basilisk from earlier. Yeah! I then grabbed both Megalos, hopped on my Ravager, and headed home. I decided to grab some gems, but I wasn't expecting an attacker. Shoot! Ah! My gosh! I then grabbed the Karkanos before arriving at home, crafting a saddle for it, then grabbing the Dodic and farming more crystal. I then crafted some cliff platforms and placed them down by the nearby waterfall. I started moving all my structures and resources over on day 12. Then started working on power and the breeding platform. I then hatched the Drake eggs before setting up a greenhouse once again, then working on kibble. Day 13 began by heading out with Karkanos, finding a 125 Anki, and knocking it out. I then leveled my fresh new Drake and took it out for a spin by grabbing the Anki. I then headed for the surface, finding some absolutely insane loot. Fast. Oh no way! What? Alongside plenty of crap that I didn't show. Let's go! What? Let's go! What? Crossbow blueprint, nice. No way! Okay, maybe I'll get Spinos as well. What? But this is Ark, and we can't have anything nice. Why am I not getting stamina? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. So yeah, my game crashed. Because of this, I reset the day, so that way, stuff wasn't deleted, and spawned in the BPs as close to the original stats as I had gotten, then waited out the day as I had already lived it, but I had also not lived it. Day 14 began by hunting for tech parasource to tame, then crafting chemistry bench and a shotgun from the BP. I then farmed some flint, crafted some spark powder, then headed out with a Ravager for my first cave. I threw out the Megalo, clearing the area, then tamed a level 140 Glowtail. I started shooting some far-off creatures, luring them off the edge, then glided over and killed some Arthros. I continued on, fighting a Seeker and Scorpions. before finally reaching the artifact. I glided my way out, leaving the cave with my first artifact on day 14. I then headed back down into the depths of Aberration. I want to preference that I did get plenty of crappy eggs. I really only showed the good ones though. Alright. 185, holy cow. Well, okay then. I ran into a irradiated problem on my hunt, quickly re-protecting myself. Right. After an extremely successful egg run, I headed home. I hatched the eggs on day 15, getting a good weight, melee, stamina, and health stat. I then grinded some resources before grabbing some honey, not gonna complain, totally gonna take it, and killing a basilisk. Then searching for rorats till day 16. I finally found a 145. Hey, finally! Starting the taming process after he burrowed. Let's go. I also tamed a dodo for no real reason other than, well, dodo. I crafted the rollwat saddle, then started work on walling off the perimeter with gates and spikes. I then made an incubator before working on mutations and cooking up more kibble, then heading to the biolume zone and reaching the crystalline lake. I threw up my Carcanos, hopping into the glowing depths of the hidden grotto. I grabbed the giant crab, then jumped off the edge and glided to the artifact tunnel. I popped the Carcanos out, using its minimal aggro to get through the cave with nothing but wild Carcanos getting mad. Easiest artifact of the shadows ever. I saw a 130 angler on the way out, so I decided to trank it out. Hey, it's out finally. It finally tamed on day 17. Let's go. So I left the cave on the Drake, but decided to head further into the depths, arriving at the Element Vault. I saw a drop, but angered quite a few seekers. Holy cow, that's a lot of seekers. I continued on, easily gliding up to the artifact location and luring the megalos off, grabbing my final artifact on day 17. I then headed for the surface, getting really nothing noteworthy. I continued the breeding grind on day 18, then headed back for the surface, once again finding little useful items, then headed back out, continuing the grind all through day 19. Oh! It's not that good, but it is a blueprint. It's Mastercraft. I don't know. I found an amazing shotgun blueprint on day 20. Let's go! Yes! Before heading back underground and putting the loot away. I then headed out for Stegos, and after a long search, found a 145. I grabbed it with the Carcanos and knocked it out. Thank you. Then found a mate and knocked it out by the end of the day. I found a 125 bear on day 21, so I set up a trap and lured it. I knocked it out, but a raptor decided to make it its snack. I grabbed the Stegos, did some mutation grinding, then got the Stegos breeding and grabbed the bear. I finished the day farming some honey and rare flowers. Day 22 began by searching for good level Spinos. Finding a 135 by the fertile lake. I knocked it out, then found a mate in the radiation zone. I grabbed the fertile lake Spino, then set up a new platform for faster megalo breeding on day 23. I searched the drake eggs, grabbed my second Spino, tamed another glowtail, and headed to the surface. Oh crud. After almost becoming a crispy skate on day 24, I searched through some glowtail eggs, filled the generator, then worked on more kibble. I then found myself a 145 Carcanos, so I trapped it, cannoned it, then found a 135 Enki. After knocking it out, I found an alpha Carcanos. He fell on day 25, and I proceeded to go back to the metal grind, finding out I could make an industrial forge. Why not? I headed back into the biolume zone, setting down my foundations, forge, power, smithy, and fabricator, then got to grinding more metal. I then head back to base, grinding up stone and crystal for the rest of the day. I tinned up a fresh moss chops on day 26, then found my boss fighting Drake, which I named Blue Jay. I then unalived some Spinos, leveling up the moss chops' polymer collection. I killed some Carcanos and harvested their corpses. I dropped out another mutation, then grabbed some notes and killed some more Spinos. I cooked up some mind wipe tonics on day 27, crafting my best blueprints so far. After re-mind wiping and distributing levels, I headed out to the surface, getting once again nothing noteworthy for the next couple days. Except for day 29, that is, where I found some pretty solid red drops. Oh, hello. Oh my goodness! Holy cow! That is so much good stuff! Oh! Let's go! After putting the loot away on day 30, I headed back to the fertile lake's surface to hunt for Alpha Reaper. It took a long time, and many Reaper kills, but eventually it appeared. Ha! It worked! I knew it'd work! It dug itself out of the ground. Die, you Reaper scum! And with a short fight, its barb was mine. Yeah. I put my fresh new trophy away on day 31, then headed for the depths once more, searching for more notes. I unalived more Spino babies, then headed to the biolume grind base, filling the forge up with more metal before heading back home. I then headed for the biolume once again, finding a 140 Gigantopithecus. I tamed it up, then found a mate on day 32. So I tamed him up and headed back out to the fiery landscapes of the surface. Arriving home on day 33, I had the usual crap. I got my monkeys breeding, finding this chunker of a baby. I then headed out for meat and hide, then farmed some wood and stone, and started building a containment pen. I headed back for the radiation zone in search of Reaper Queens. I killed a level 10, grabbing the pheromones before finding a level 140. Oh, hello. Okay. I brought it to safer land, and started the damaging process, but realized I forgot something important. I should have gotten a magnifying glass. So I headed back to base to make one. But when I arrived back on day 34, there was no Reaper to be found. Did it disappear? So I spent the rest of the day searching for a suitable mate. We have two Reapers. I don't know. I'm going insane. Oh, sugar plums. No, passive. I'm almost done. I'm almost out. I'm almost out. I'm almost out. No! Well, after all that chaos, I managed to kill the Reaper Queen and continued the hunt. I headed home on day 35, making an industrial cooker, then crafted some batteries and put them in a charge station. I glided off for the biolume edge, setting up a quick pillar and floor, then using Carcanos to grab a nameless, and grinding venom. I headed back into the depths, finding a Reaper stuck in some gems. I hammered away at her health with a shotgun, till finally she was ready to get intimate. No, no, no! Okay, thank you. There we go. It missed! What? Oh, come on! Okay. Thank you. Finally possessing a baby, I killed a quick Spino to level it, then headed home, sitting inside my containment chamber till it made a violent arrival. Don't you even think about it, buddy. I decided to name him Lucifer. He burrowed into the ground late at night, changing form into a more mature state. I imprinted my baby boy on day 36. Final imprint, till he finally matured. I took him out for a quick hunt before heading back to the surface, getting really good BP on day 37. So. Hello? And a very close call on day 38. Hello? Oh, you gotta be kidding me! And finding an absolutely amazing Drake saddle on day 39. Yes! Rock Drake saddle, let's go! Before finding my 8th melee mutation. I then went on another hunt on Lucifer, continuing for all of day 40. I unalived more Spinos on day 41, in an effort to level the Glowtails and Gigantopithecus. I took a look at my Megalo BP, grabbing the last bit of hide I needed, then headed out for the biolume for a high level Megalos, hoping to get a better stamina stat. Many trinks at all. I found and tranked to 145 there we go. After a bit of a chase. Oh, okay, that did actually hit him. Oh, it's out. Then found plenty of low levels, especially one who didn't want to give up the high ground. Yeah. I then found a 140 Megalo. And a 150. Hello. I then got my 9th melee mutation. Oh. Okay. Then tamed up the Megalos. Finding out that 2 of them had the exact same stamina. Stat. I then headed down to the Nameless Grinder 3000. Grinding Venom all the way into day 44. where I packed it all up and headed home, putting the venom in a fridge before finding yet another mutation. Oh sweet. Crafting some shotgun shells, then grabbing my best blueprints and cooking some mind wipes. Nice. Oh, that is good. Another good one. Okay, not as good, but still. Oh my, wait, no, that's still really good. 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 Good, yes. Okay. Not good. Yeah, 11%. Still not the best. Okay, so we got pretty poor gauntlets. There's also gonna have to craft extra helmets. Okay, that's good. Solid. Alright, not the best. Better. Good, that's good. That is oh. Last thing is just crafting some shotguns. Okay. That's solid. That is a solid shotgun. Yes! Yes! Actually, no, let's just... God, we don't really have anything else I need to craft. Yes! Yes! Let's go! Yes! Over 500 armor. Let's go! No, wait. Do I... Oh, let's go! Good. Okay. Okay, still good. Still low. Yes, we need extra. Alright, only one more. Okay. I finished the day by placing both my mutation stacks together, prepping for the army to come. I cooked up some mushroom stew on day 45, then painted my armor and slept for most of the day, only waking to get my mutation stack to Megalo's breeding. I crafted a couple fridges on day 46, then grabbed the batteries and headed for my nameless farm. I spent most of the day grinding venom, finally packing up and heading home, storing the venom in some fridges with a total of over 300 venom collected. I found a mutation and stamina stacked Megalo, then headed out grinding meat and getting imprints. Day 47 was spent entirely laying around, till I got my mutation stacks breeding and truly started the army. I grabbed an assault rifle on day 48, crafting some ammo before waiting the day out for the army to mature. I started the leveling process, and trust me when I say it took a long time to get everyone ready. I packed everyone up on day 49, mentally preparing myself for the stressful fight ahead as I did so. After I grabbed everything, I headed into the irradiated depths to a long-forgotten terminal and threw the army out. I headed back to base for some final supplies, then glided down on the verge of day 50. But it is what it is. Alright. Alright, let's do this! Move. Oh my gosh. Guys, let me move! Oh, crud. Alright. Ow. Guys, can you come here, please? That is a lot of damage. I'm afraid you won't survive. Rockwell tentacle, please. Surprisingly, armor's doing quite well. Alright. Oh my gosh, that's so fast! Let's go!
I'm done pulling my punches. You'll regret that. Regret coming here yet. Why do you recoil from my love?
Ah, sugar.
It's quite within my means to destroy you. Why is everyone so obstinate and blind to what I've accomplished?
Oh, great. Both the glowtails died. Nice. Okay, I'm on my own.
You cannot defy a god.
Okay, this is gonna be rough, but I should be able to get through this time quick. Ah, that's bad.
Regret coming here yet.
Okay. I'm gonna go down.
I advise against. Without me, there is no future. What exactly is your plan? You think you could be passed into the surface?
Okay, not ideal, but I can work with it.
For a minute. I'm done pulling my punches.
It's down. Come on. There we go.
Only a temporary inconvenience, I assure you.
That's gonna hurt.
Surely now you must understand why I've done what I've done.
Yep, hi.
Witness to my splendor. Don't call me. We should have touched it. Pathetic. Have fun.
No, let me move.
Take your best shot.
Yeah, it'd be really nice if I could turn around, game.
I suppose.
Can't see what I'm doing. Come on, let me move. Okay.
You have my attention now.
Okay, I just need all of them to be mad at me. Come on, let me bast.
Oh, how she begged me to beat you to the surface.
Ah, sugar plums. I'm an idiot, I'm an idiot, I'm an idiot.
You cannot defy your call.
No! Passive! Over here! Over here, you idiot!
From the twin jet.
Okay, I survived. Barely, but I did.
I can swap you from every direction.
Come on! I can't see!
It's a trivial effort to capture another.
Come on. Come on, guys! Come on! Yes! Yes! Let's go! Yes! Yes! Finally! Yes! Yes! Let's go! Finally, I had reached my final destination, the Dead Earth. I crafted some cloth clothes, some tools, weapons, and then killed the dodo. Before crafting a bola and killing a parasaur. After crafting a spyglass and killing a Phiomia, I headed for the Sanctuary Park, grabbing a forge and foundation, then smelting some scrap metal, crafting a smithy and a pickaxe, then grabbing some metal. I then placed a mortar and campfire, got a hatchet, then started crafting some narcotics. After grabbing a couple crossbows, a sickle, some flak, and a water jar, I headed out, looking for a tame. Parasaur? Why not? After knocking it out, I crafted some narcs, but got attacked by the Robocops. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. What did I do? What did I do? I grabbed the parasaur, farmed some narcotics, then crafted some taming gear. I then headed deep into the sanctuary in search of good tame. I found a 135 Pteranodon on day 52. That'll do. And knocked it out with ease. I then killed some stegos for prime meat. Then grabbed my new tame. I then found a 145 Iguanodon. 45 Iguanodon, well, I'm not one to say no. But his mate had the high ground. Hi! I knocked it out, then grabbed some notes on the Terra. I then headed into the Desert Dome, grabbing some cactus and killing some moths. I crafted a stone trap, then worked on arrows for the rest of the day. I crafted a long neck and trank darts on day 53, then headed into the snow dome for snow owls. I found a 150 relatively fast, so I set up the trap, lured it in, and knocked it out. I then found a 120 and also knocked it out. After finding and killing sheep, I grabbed the snow owls, then headed home. I grabbed the iguanodon on day 54, then fed the snow owl stems for its pellets. After expanding the foundations, I grabbed some resources and killed some corrupted, then headed into the Forbidden Zone and crafted some cryopods. One day, sir, one day you are going down. Yeah, for now, it's just cryopods. I then headed off for the Sunken Forest. There. I found a 140 gotcha stuck in the wall, 140, but I found that he could still eat. I tamed him up, then found a 135. 135, alright, cool. Who promptly tamed as well. Oh, you're tamed. I didn't even notice. I headed back to base, crafting a fabricator, then got my first world event on Extinction. Meteor shower. I ended the day by crafting some power. Day 55 began by hatching snow owls, finding a few good levels. I then picked up some apprentice gotcha crystals, getting a pump shoddy. Let's go! Yes! And some flak boots. Alright, not as good, but still. Then getting some riot leggings out of a primitive gotcha crystal. No way, riot leggings, let's go! I then headed out for notes on the snow owl, naming it Blanche by suggestion. Then grabbed some sulfur and stole some paste, before arriving home. Day 56 began the grind, crafting some forges and farming some scrap metal. I then killed an ovis, crafting some billboards and bear traps, then headed out looking for high-level gigas and cars. I found a few low levels and moderate levels. Before finding a 145. Let's go! Yes! I built a trap, lured it in. Cool. Then killed some trikes to get his trust meter up. And he ate both. Nice. I continued hunting the creatures around, finally gaining his trust. Ow. In an effort to tame the sucker, I went on a massive hunt through the wastelands, eventually reaching the sanctuary. I accidentally got him too hyped up on kills here, though. Sugar plums! After gaining his trust once again, I continue hunting in the sanctuary, finally getting the tame on the west side of sanctuary. Bruh, it's at 100%. I call hacks. Yes! Yes! Let's go! Oh my gosh, that melee's horrible. I potted him up, opening some gotcha crystals. Oh, let's go, better crossbow. Then took my new beast for a spin. I then set up a basic greenhouse and jerky farm. Then headed out once more, finding an element vein. I started it up, running through swarms of corrupted Dialos, Pteranodons, and Stegos, completing my first element vein on day 58, and getting some pretty solid rewards. I then took the car out for a yellow OSD,
Wave 1 brought Dilos, Raptors, Pteranodons, Carnos, and Spinos, but none of them could really handle the might of the Karkar. The next wave brought the same crap, only this time including Parasaurs. Wave 3 again brought the usual, with the only and final addition being Arthros. The drop went very smoothly from there, beating the OSD with extreme ease. Though the loot wasn't particularly worth it, the confidence built was the biggest thing gained.
I did get some flak BPs, and overall it's not the most useful. I'm kidding, yes it is, I just got jerky.
Day 59 began with more crystal cracking, then heading out for the Western Sanctuary for Argents, but finding some different and very unexpected tames.
Hold up, is that a male and a female 145? Okay. Well, not what I was expecting to tame, but actually really worthwhile taming. There we go.
I then found a 135 Argent by the Snow Dome, so I set up a trap and knocked it out. I found a 130 male Karkar on day 60. But had some major struggles taming it. There we go. What? Hold up! And after getting a little too angry...
Oh my gosh, I hate you.
Oh, trust me, it gets far worse.
Thank you. Just why? So freaking stupid. Leave me the heck alone. I am not in the mood right now. Why? Why does that? Why? Like, it wouldn't be so bad if, hey, maybe it didn't try to get out of the trap, or hey, maybe this. But no, no. And then it just ruins its own effectiveness. Like, what am I supposed to do?
This went on for about another 15 minutes, so I just decided to give up on the tame. I tamed up the Rexes on day 61. As well as the Argentavis. I then made up a hatchery, then headed out for the sulfur fields in search of a dung beetle.
Oh my gosh, is that dung beetle? Hallelujah.
I started taming one up, but the corrupted decided that it looked like a good snack.
Oh my gosh!
I found a second one and tamed it up.
That is a dung beetle.
Then headed off for the Desert Dome, and finding a 145 Anki. I knocked it out, then found a 150 Dodic.
Well, there we go.
And also knocked that out. I found and trinked another 135 Argent. Then found a 135 Thorny Dragon to tame on day 62.
Oh yeah, it's far cheaper. Oh crap! Let me move!
The bird tamed up, and then I found yet another 135 Argentavis and knocked it out.
Uh-oh. There.
As the sun set still on yet another morning, I found a 150 Karkar.
Alright, 150, cool.
So I trapped it up and used some Rex babies to get its trust. Then started the taming process. I then tried to block it in, tamed the Thorny Dragon, grabbed some eggs, but when flying back to the Karkar, the most unlikely and inconvenient thing happened.
Oh, come on!
I decided to risk it trap the car, and taming it up.
Ow.
Hallelujah, she is tamed. I got the car pair breeding, then started working on some stone foundations. I knocked out a trike for thatch collection, then got to work placing foundations. I feel like now is a good time to mention that I let Titan and breeding timers run while I was offline. If you feel like this was too cheaty, then I apologize, but let's be honest, I don't think Extinction was really meant to be beaten in 50 in-game days, so I decided to give myself that bit of lenience. Anywho, I set up the main base and breeding center, then worked on a greenhouse and started moving everything over. I grabbed all the dinos, then got some snow owls along the edge. Day 65 began with some thievery, then getting some imprints on my new car babies. I farmed some metal, then headed back into the wastelands for corrupted nodules. The heck? Crafting some narcotics before day's end. I grabbed some tranks on day 66, then headed out to break some benches and streetlights for element dust. I set out on day 67 for more nodules, then crafted an enforcer that I never ended up using. I then took my freshly matured car for a quick meat run, then healed it up. I cooked some kibble, then headed out for the outer snow dome for gigas. Ooh, hello. I trapped it up and spent most of the day tranking it out. 6. Oh no! After chugging it full of narcotics, I headed home and decided to tame up a stego. The giga tamed on day 68, so I grabbed it and then headed home, using the stego to farm berries. I found a 50k element vein on day 69, so after getting a few kills on the car, I started it up. Wave 0 brought trikes and parasers. Wave 1 was far harder, bringing Spinos, Parasers, Carnos, Dimorphs, and Terras. Wave 2 brought Wyverns, along with the usual powerhouses, as before. Wave 3 through 5 brought all the same crap, killing so many Parasers, Rexes, Spinos, Wyverns, Stegos, Terras. Ugh, the list goes on. There's a lot to deal with. Eventually all fell, however, and the vein was defended. Let's go! A 50k element vein, let's go! Obtaining more element than I knew what to do with. I decided to spice things up on day 70, starting up a red orbital supply drop. Wave 0 only brought Chalies. Alright, this is where the chaos begins. Wave 1 brought swarms of Stegos, Carnos, and Terras, but they all fell fast. Wave 2 brought Wyverns, Rexes, Dimorphs, and Parasers. Alright, cool. Wave 3 to 5 continued the trend, with luckily no enraged Trikes or Rexes spawning. Let's go. And with that, my first red drop was defended, obtaining some really solid loot, as well as a mech blueprint. That's expensive. I crafted up a tech replicator, making some armor, and boy was it amazing to have. I decided to bail on a 25k element vein on day 71. Then crafted up a tech force field and tech generator. Cool. I then wrote notes with all the Titan tribute requirements before hatching some Argentavis for the Titan fight soon to come. I colored up my armor on day 72, then went crystal crack. I headed back out for gigas, managing to find a 140.
Hello? Hello?
I trapped it up and started tranking it out. Eventually my crossbow broke, so I switched to a long neck. When I ran out of darts, I crafted a primitive bow to shoot my final arrows.
Going back.
But when they ran out, I started punching it.
If it bites me though, I'm dead. Come on.
It works! Oh my gosh, that was... No way! I tamed the beast on day 73.
Let's go.
Releasing the pair together and getting them breeding. I started up a red drop on day 74, running into some problems in the final wave.
Green ray strikes. Oh, okay. This is gonna be spicy.
It was still a success,
Nice.
getting some decent loot and using the spikes earned to defend the base. I then ended the day hunting an enraged Rex. I brought my Argentavis army over to the Desert Dome on day 75, fighting through the cave to grab the artifact and beat the boss. There she is. And with that, I began the fight. Go, my minions, go! What? Where are you guys? No, go! No, guys, go for him! Oh my gosh.
Why are you guys residing at his face? The one spot he can hit you, and you guys are like, oh yeah, let's hit his face.
It was going a little slow for my liking, so I decided to grab a giga and hop on his back.
Giga on my hopper. Oh yeah, this is helping. Why I've never thought to try that before is anybody's best guess.
With the giga's help, the Desert Titan fell.
Let's go.
I ended this very successful day with defending a 50k element vein.
I'm getting so many fire talons and I don't need them.
Day 76 began, and I headed over to the Arctic Cavern, fighting the hordes of Perlovia, polar bears, wolves, and yetis. I grabbed the artifact then started up the fight.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh no, it's the dreaded PS2 Titan.
Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap! Ow! Crap, 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 crap. Move!
The battle was hard and long, but eventually the beast fell. I completed another element vein on day 77.
Oh, alright, cool.
Then headed into the sunken forest cavern. I battled through swarms of painful dinos, eventually grabbing the artifact and beginning the fight.
Yeah, if he's coming after me, this makes this fight easy. And he's gonna go down. Nice.
The battle was short, and if I'm gonna be honest, quite easy. But the third Titan was down.
Nice.
I healed up the Titan army on day 78, then headed back into the desert cave and started the desert Titan fight once again. Like I said earlier, I allowed Titan timers to be waited out while I was offline, thus why I can do these fights so frequently after each other. I knew I went back to my old giga strat to take them down. Ow! But eventually I got knocked off. I decided he was low enough to deal with using the birds, and he eventually went down.
Nice.
I then hid for the snow cave once more and collected the artifact. I started the fight on day 79. The fight came out to be a little too close.
Oh, hallelujah. Oh, okay, it's too close.
But it ended in a victory.
Alright.
I finished the day with some major leveling, maxing both me and the
Wait,
gig.
did I max you out?
Dude! I started my final Desert Titan fight on day 80. Didn't I just do my first one 5 days ago? Anywho, I used the standard strats.
Yeah!
I then headed over to the snow dome, setting up a trap and leading a manic armor in. Oh, hi! I knocked him out and tamed him, then found a 145 mate.
Oh, hello. Here we go.
I knocked her out and tamed her, then brought them both back to base and started breeding them. Obtaining a near perfect stat mana. $233. Everything but the weight. I need to wait too much. Then I named Elsa. Very original, I know. I then defended a red OSD.
Didn't even hit fire. Let's go.
Before heading back into the depths of Extinction. Starting up the Forest Titan fight once more. Felling the beast by the end of the day. I headed into the frozen cave once more at day 81, starting and completing the fight with relative ease.
Ah! Oh, that hurt. Ow. Oh! Ow!
I stored away the trophy, knowing all that was left was one more Forest Titan kill. I then started up another red drop, but found this one to be a little more challenging than usual.
Got a second one back there. Let's see. Okay, Rage Strike's down. We got a third and Rage Strike. Oh, that's lovely. Is that full? Dude! Why are there so many Rage Strikes? What the heck, game? Okay. This is gonna be far closer than I would have liked, but we should still be fine. Die! One of you die! Come on! Oh, this is not good. Okay. Everything is following me. No! I actually lost a red OSD? What the heck?
Although the drop was a fail, I knew that my Karkar truly earned the name, Chad. I farmed some Brontos for tributes on day 82, then cooked up some mind wipes. I headed into the depths to face the Forest Titan once more, grabbing the artifact as day 83 ended. The mighty tree fell on day 84, meaning I had killed a Titan for the final time. Well, at least till the King Titan. I released my mech and colored it, and I must say I quite enjoy the paint job. Then headed for the Arctic Cave one final time. Or so I thought. The journey was rough, but the artifact was claimed, and the battle, or should I say tame, began.
Can you not, please?
I began by shooting at his right knee, failing far too many hits and getting frozen midair.
How does this work? Kinda cool, but I don't think this is supposed to happen. Crap, crap, crap. Come on, let me move! Thank you.
And after a bit of a rage,
This is getting... Okay, stop! I can't! Urgh! Let me... Oh my gosh, the stupid wolves! Urgh, I hate this tame.
I finally dropped it with a cannon shot.
There we go. Finally, we got one down.
After getting a little too close to death,
No, no, no.
I backed off and healed the mech. I finally dropped his shoulder node.
There we go. There's another one down.
And finally, he fell asleep on day 85.
Oh, it's out! Hallelujah! Oh my gosh! It's taken way too freaking long.
Coming out as a beta,
Alright, it is a beta.
I hopped him back to base and called it a day. Day 86 began with some grinding, then building an industrial grinder to actually grind stuff. I then made an industrial forge, grabbed some stone and crafted flint, then grabbed an AR and crafted cannon shells and a tech rifle. I then headed out hunting for Quetzals, eventually finding one north of Sanctuary.
Alright. Well, it's not amazing, but...
It was a long trank process, but eventually went out in a not so safe area.
Oh, she's out.
I found a second and better Quetz on day 87.
There's another Quetz. 115.
So I tranked it out.
Oh, she's out.
I went to pick up the lower level Quetz too early, and some Reapers decided to take a munch out of it.
Alright.
The higher level Quetz tamed, so I potted it up. I headed into the sunken forest one final time on day 88, heading into the cave and grabbing the artifact, then beginning the tame.
Okay.
Through a lot of time and effort,
Yes!
his right arm finally dropped. And his left arm dropped as day 89 approached.
Okay, there's another arm.
He finally fell,
And there we go.
though he sadly came out as a beta.
I want to say that's a beta? Really?
I then began the slow walk to the King Titan terminal, taking most of the day to reach it. I decided to reattempt the Ice Titan tame on day 90. Apparently keeping a cool head really helps with the Titan tames, as this time around, the Ice Titan was a piece of cake. A few rounds of Ring Around the Rosie, and the first node was down.
Okay, where's the first one gone?
The second node went down with extreme
Okay,
ease.
that one down.
The third node just required a lot of backing up, but it quickly fell as well.
Let's go! Alright. Is it an alpha? Is it? Please tell me it's an alpha. Yes! Let's go!
I hopped home with my new tame, and a great new addition to the team. I leveled the Quetzal up on day 91, preparing him for the long tame ahead. I then headed into the desert cave, grabbing the artifact and starting the tame. I decided to go, clearly, with the popular Quetzal method. Which, though it took an incredible amount of time and patience, and I mean a lot of patience, the first node went down.
Ah, come on. Yes! There's one!
The second node went down on day 92.
That's the second one down. Let's go.
But the third was being a little complicated. So, because of this, I decided to try and take the third node myself. The Desert Titan then bugged out, neither moving nor trying to hit me with his tail, meaning I had really easy access to taking the node down. It took a lot of time, and having to grab on for dear life whenever he decided to flip. But the tame was eventually mine. And he's down. Let's go. I then set out on a mana, finding a purple OSD. I brought the Ice Titan out, got the force field down, then started the defense. Now, I'll be honest, I don't show much, simply because you can't really see much but yellow text while on the Titan. Anywho, each wave slowly fell, with some annoying drakes causing problems for the drop itself.
There's another one. Why are there so many freaking drakes? This is ridiculous.
Forcing me to end the drop by wave 7. But hey, at least I got some solid loot out of it. I headed out with Ice Titan on day 94 for another purple OSD. I shielded it up, got some carcars out, then started the fight. The OSD really wasn't that hard, due to basically me one-shotting everything. Eventually more Enraged Rexes started showing up, but even they couldn't handle the Ice Titan for very long. I kept going as long as I dared, calling it on wave 13.
What happens? We should be on like wave 13 now.
I cleared out the final swarm, then grabbed my loot, which was all in all pretty solid.
I got a mech. Oh, I did get a mech.
I mind wiped on day 95, crafting up a tech rifle, tech armor, an MDSM, then I remind wiped, coloring my fresh gear, cooking some mutton, and farming some final tributes. I completed another Rid OSD on day 96, specifically for Corrupted Hearts. Then went out hunting Titanobos, crafting gunpowder, and making rocket pods. Day 97 began the final march for the boss, starting with the Ice Titan. I then brought the Desert Titan up, bringing the army with it. As I unpotted and leveled them, the looming threat of day 98 hung above me.
I think about one too many females over there. Whatever. There we go. Okay. Let's do this. Titans, go! Oh my gosh, just get in there. There we go. I need you on passive mode.
actually attack them?
It's just gonna be me and the Titans. Come on. Let's go! Gamma down. Let's do this. Me on. Hello? No wonder. Don't come to me. No. The Desert Titan actually lived. I'm amazed. Okay, why? It literally keeps dismounting me. What the heck? I'm literally pushing nothing but left click, and it's dismounting. Okay, I'm glad I remembered to dismount because I actually would have gotten launched off the arena there. There's the death.
Take a look. It's finally begun. The arcs are coming home. Each one carries with it the seeds of new life. Plants, animals, and humans. And these seeds will take root across the far corners of the world. once they do, all that life will be unleashed. From there, it will spread, grow, and thrive, and this planet, our home, will bloom once more. As for the rest of the infection, well, the arts can take it from here. Every last bit of it from its side. But make no mistake, this is all thanks to you. I'm just glad I got to see it. Look at that. Sun's rising.